Welcome to One Brothas Mind, and I am KD Smooth. Today we will question and challenge popular information and views from a B1 perspective, while we expose the real facts you need. We do this to strengthen your logical, critical, and discerning thinking skills. Because in today's world, hard choices are mandatory and they come with consequences. So you need all the information. And at One Brothas Mind, we do this from a B1 Yeshua the Christ followers perspective. Now, if you're not ready, you better get ready with Katie Smooth at One Brothas Mind. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Katie Smooth coming back at you with a new report. Lone family. Family, hopefully this is going to be a real quick but very important update for you. Okay, and our report this evening is going to be on this new $600 IRS tax rule. Yeah, family, there's some things you need to know. But before we get into it, please hit the like button, share this report on all your social media with all your people so they can know too. And be sure to be subscribed to One Brothas Mind, where we try to bring you the information and facts you need. Okay. All right. This new rule, the money's owed on this new rule that started January 1st this year, 2022, now goes into effect as far as what is owed January 1st, 2023, or when you file your taxes this year coming up. So yeah, I did my best to try to warn everyone in regards to this new rule and these so-called cash cards that everybody or most people are using. They launched this rule. They tried to do it, if you remember, with banks as well, but the banks kicked back, at least temporarily. Said, nah, it's too much work. We can't live up to this. So they canceled the banks part of it, but they kept all of these cash cards parts of it. Okay. So real quick, I want to give you an update as to how it appears that this is going to pan out, and basically how it will or will not affect you if you use these cards. Okay, real quick, a quick disclaimer: I am not a licensed accountant, so definitely you want to confirm all of the information that I provide for you with your tax preparer or licensed accountant. Okay, but in general, you can get this information pretty easy. You can even Google it and get a lot of this information. It's just the update is, and what makes it so important is many of y'all ain't gonna pay attention to this. And so this is kind of an alert from One Brothas Mind to you and to y'all and to the family. You have to pay attention to this, okay? You have to. I know y'all is like, I ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw a few months back over the summer or whatnot, the IRS hired a whole gang of new people. This was one of the reasons why. Okay. All right. So real quick, this is in regards to the new $600 limit IRS tax rule, which is basically if you receive $600 using one of these cash cards type accounts, if you receive a $600 payment, then that cash card that you have is going to turn that transaction or those transactions into the IRS, and you will owe taxes on if it's as little as $600. Okay. Yeah, y'all know how there's a lot of Pookie and Ray and them been doing all kind of business on the side using these Cash App cash card thing. Okay, so there's a chance Pookie and Ray Ray, not you, Pookie and Ray Ray, gonna end up owing tax money on the monies that they've received on these Cash App cash card accounts. Okay, again, this taxes will be in regards to if you receive payment for goods or services of $600 or more in the year 2022. Okay. Some reports are saying it's if you received a one-time payment of $600 or more. Other reports are saying, well, if you received payments adding up to $600 or more. So family, just assume if you receive payments adding up to $600 or more also, you're going to have to pay taxes on it as well. Just assume the worst. Okay? Now, the number one thing you must do in this situation, if let's say if the IRS decides you fit or fall in this category of people, then you're going to get a what's called a 1099-K form in the mail. And you're going to be expected to file that form with your tax filings for this year, 2023, or I should say next year, right? If you receive this form in the mail, do not throw it away. Do not ignore it. That's what you don't want to do, okay? Because one, the IRS has automated the system as far as sending these forms out and identifying who basically the IRS feels owes taxes. So it's automated, right? So you'll get a form, but if you don't respond to it, if you don't file it with your taxes and you ignore it, then they will automatically right after that send you whatever bill that they decide in regards to the amount that you owe. And trust me, you don't want these problems. Okay? So do not ignore it. Okay, that's number one. You also have to understand, if you receive one of these 1099-K forms, the burden of proof on whether or not you owe the taxes or you believe you do not owe the taxes is on you, not the IRS. All right? Yeah, that's how they doing people's out here in these streets. Again, this is supposed to be if you received money on any of these Cash App, cash card accounts for goods or services. Okay? That's what it's supposed to be for. But y'all already know how this is going to go. Okay? Now, supposedly, within quotes, supposedly, don't say, Katie Smooth ain't say it. This ain't Katie Smooth's rule. The reports are that if you're just passing money back and forth between you and another person, no sale, no services rendered, just forwarding and receiving, sending and receiving money, that those transactions and their amounts are not supposed to be counted in this group receiving the 1099-K forms. That's the reports. Family, you already know how this is going to go. Okay? I'm just telling you ahead of time. All right? So if that's how you've been passing money between you and another person, and you've not been doing it for goods and services, all right. So again, this is an automatic IRS letter and system that they've set up for the 1099K forms. If you ignore it, then you will automatically receive a bill to pay shortly thereafter. And it's going to be harder to fight that. So you're better off responding to the 1099K form when you get it, whether you pay it or you want to dispute it. Okay? Now, to move on, again, as I said before, family, this is why, or one of the reasons why, the IRS hired all those people you heard the reports about. They're expecting to have to, haggle and deal with people disputing these forms and so on and so forth. All right, but y'all know how the IRS works. They never go after the wealthy like this. This is being done on purpose because that's just how the IRS operates. Number one, they go after the middle class and the poor because they know those two groups don't really have the money to dispute and fight these situations. So, or the know-how in many cases. So y'all know how the IRS gets down. Plus, don't sleep on this, family. The government, the IRS, they know there are a lot of people like Pookie and Ray Ray operating side, if you will, part-time businesses using these Cash App cards, and they're trying to lock down on Pookie and Ray Ray and either get the tax money from it or shut Pookie and Ray Ray down as far as how they're using these cash cards, these Cash App accounts. Okay? So, if you receive a 1099K form and you believe you received it in error, they're wrong, and you want to dispute it, there will be a process. So that's why another reason, keep the letter, keep the information that comes with it, follow the process of disputing that comes with the letter or with the form, okay? And basically, you'll be able to write a letter to the IRS to refute the form, and then there'll be a process, as we said, and good luck, okay? Now, there are reports that the lying politicians is trying to, like, some of the Democrats are trying to pass a quick bill to try to fix this, because it used to be $20,000 limit. But then some of y'all are going to get letters. For example, say you have an old couch that you sold, right? You've had that couch for many years, right? And you sold that couch for $600, okay? You didn't make any profit on it. It was an old used couch. You just sold it to get rid of it. Somebody else needed something. They was like, I'll take it. Here you go. And they paid you $600 for it. Okay. So, and they paid through one of these apps or cash cards, right? So what will happen, the IRS most likely is going to send you a 1099K form saying you got $600 profit. You owe this much in taxes on it. And you're going, wait a minute, I didn't make any money or profit off of this couch. That was an old couch, so I shouldn't have to pay taxes on it, right? So you're going to have to, remember, the burden of proof is on you. You're going to have to hopefully have the actual receipts from when you purchased the couch brand new years ago, and be able to show with that receipt how much you paid for the couch originally when you bought it new and how many years old it is, to show that you didn't make any profit off of this. This $600 you received, it wasn't profit. So you don't owe taxes on it. right? How many of y'all got receipts laying around like that? Yeah. So they're going to catch a whole bunch of people in this trap of selling stuff, old stuff, that they no longer have receipts for. Okay? If you don't have a receipt, you will be required to pay. Just that simple. Yeah, y'all. So you're starting to see how jacked up this is really going to be. All right. Let's say you ain't got a receipt or what have you, but you still want to dispute this. Then what you'll have to do is contact the person that bought the couch from you. Right? It could have been a stranger, but you'll have to contact or try to contact the person that bought the old couch from you to see if you can get that buyer, that person, to file an amendment form with the IRS confirming that it wasn't for profit and yada, 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 whatever the procedure they got set up for. Good luck with that, family. Again, that was probably a stranger you sold that old couch or whatever it was to. So you ain't gonna be able to just get back in contact with them. And even if you do, they're not gonna take no time out of their life to complete an amendment form and send it in to the IRS to help you. Right. So you really starting to see how bad this may end up being for a lot of people. Okay. So one quick note, family. If you are running a business using these apps, these cash apps and cards, one workaround for the 1099K form is to file the couch that you sold as a business write-off. But this is only a workaround if you're already filing your taxes as a business with write-offs. Okay? Only if you're filing your taxes as a business with write-offs. Then you can include the couch on there as a write-off. Okay? And then you can attach your tax filing to the 1099K form with the letter saying you received this 1099K in error, because what they're asking for taxes on, you're actually have used it or listed it as a tax write-off for your business. Do you see the difference there? That may, not guarantee, but that may get you out of that 1099K form. Okay? It's one workaround, but many people, and I'm pretty sure Pookie and Ray Ray they're not filing their taxes as a business with write-offs. They're doing the regular, 1040, and like most people. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind as well. Also, if you e-file your taxes normally, to file this 1099K form, for many of y'all, it's going to cost y'all an extra few dollars to upgrade your e-file software so you can include this form to fill it out. But with e-filing, even if you're disputing it, you will be able to attach like a Word document explaining yourself, whether you filing it as a business or you're trying to dispute it or whatever. You'll be able to attach a letter expressing yourself, hopefully following the procedure that they provide with the 1099K form. Okay? Or if you're filing with someone that's preparing your taxes, you have to make sure you inform them that this 1099K form that you received it in error because it's concerning misidentified income. You have to let the person filing your taxes know And if they don't know what they're doing about this, you need to get a new tax preparer that is fully aware of this new 1099K form and how to file or dispute it correctly. Okay? Now, with that being said, one last note, family. This 1099K form and taxes due, this tax rule, it is reported that it does not and will not apply to Chase Quick Pay or Zelle. Reportedly, because those two are bank-to-bank transactions. Okay? So that's the report. Again, family, if that part is true, if you're able to confirm that, like I have, don't take my word for it, confirm this information. That also is kind of a heads up on other options that we have as far as trying to move money around without being at risk of receiving a 1099K form in the future for future tax filing. You can actually set up an account with Chase Quick and use Chase Quick Pay or Zelle, at least so far, until they change the rules, of course. But right now, you can do that and still move money without having to be at risk of receiving this 1099K form with this $600 IRS tax rule. Okay, family? So there you have it. Y'all know how this stuff works, man. A whole lot of people gonna get caught with this one. Do not throw the form away or ignore it, because you're still gonna get that bill. Okay? I got a previous report. This basically got this same thumbnail, but it only says stop using these now. And this was why I made the report with this image saying stop using these now. And it was like January 1st of this year, or in December of last year, actually, saying, hey, hello, there's a lot of people using these cash apps and cash cards in different ways, and it's gonna come back to bite a whole bunch of y'all. And again, don't assume that you're in the free and the clear if you thinking, well, I don't use the goods or services payment option on these accounts. I just pass money back and forth, so I'm good. Don't assume that. Don't believe you're good until after you filed your taxes and it's clear you did not receive a 1099K form. Okay? Then you're in the clear. But before then, it can hit any of us. Okay? It can hit any of us. So there you have it, family. Just a quick update. Y'all let me know what you think about this report in the comments. Let's chop it up. I know, but like I said, y'all know how the government, them peoples is. Y'all know. They come, if somebody's making a nickel that they don't know about, they want they cut out of it. All right? And they know with a lot of the changes in the economy and a bunch of the situations that we went through over the last 2 or 3 years that they don't like us talking about on these social media streets out here, you know, a lot more people sought out alternate money-making options and money-moving options. And so they're basically trying to come after as many people as they can. Okay? So there you have it. Again, hit the like button, share this video with all your peoples because they need to know this. There's not many people reporting this information out. Okay? There's not many reports out. So share this with your people. You know they got the Cash App cards, the PayPals, Venmos, and all that. Make sure they know if they get this form, don't throw it away. Don't ignore it. You can, there is a process to fight it or dispute it, but the last thing you want to do is ignore it, because you'll get stuck owing whatever they say you owe. Okay? And then y'all know how the IRS is. So there you have it, family. A quick hitter from One Brothas Mind to you. And this concludes this broadcast for One Brothas Mind. We thank you for joining us, and as a part of the new Black media, B1 choices are mandatory and being on code is required. But never fear, because Yeshua the Christ is with you always. Shalom.